On November 3rd, Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN reported that Tyson Chandler was going to be bought out by the Phoenix Suns and would sign a minimum contract with the Los Angeles Lakers for $2.1 million, the minimum amount of money that he can sign for. Now that the Lakers have Chandler, a legitimate backup center, are they finally going to start winning more games? Well, one of their problems was their center position, but their coaching is another issue, and this move, of course, does nothing to help their coaching, but it does help their center position a lot. JaVale McGee is doing an excellent job starting at center, but their backup center has been an issue since the beginning of the season. In the 27 minutes per game that McGee is playing, the Lakers are very good, but once he steps off the court, the Lakers struggle. With McGee on the court, the Lakers are 15.6 points better per 100 possessions than they are without him on the court. This is an incredible impact and is an impact people see from LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and other superstars. This isn't because McGee is a superstar by any means, but because it's very easy for a big man to succeed on the Lakers. With elite playmakers like LeBron James, Lonzo Ball, and Rajon Rondo, all the center really needs to do is roll to the basket and he'll find an open layup. Even though Tyson Chandler isn't as good as JaVale McGee and is technically washed up at this point, it really doesn't matter. He'll be playing with the bench unit, which would probably consist of Rondo, Caldwell Pope, Lance Stevenson, and Kuzma. This lineup is very bad rebounding without Chandler and sorely misses a big man in the paint, as Kuzma is kind of a smaller power forward and closer to a small forward than a center and is more perimeter oriented. The Lakers' third most used lineup, which consists of Ball, Hart, Stevenson, Kuzma, and LeBron, is getting outscored by 28.8 points per 100 possessions. This comes as little surprise as neither LeBron nor Kuzma are really suited for the center position. Kuzma just isn't big enough, and LeBron really just doesn't care enough to guard bigger players, especially this early in the season. What's also interesting about this same lineup is that they are being out-rebounded by 8.5 rebounds per 100 possessions. This is another problem that Chandler will come in and fix. The Lakers are actually 17th in rebounds per game, but they have the third highest pace in the league, meaning they have more possessions, which leads to more stats in general. Their rebounding percentage is 21st in the league, which could be improved to around 15 or so with Tyson Chandler now joining the team. Now let's focus on the Suns side of this. The Suns dropped Chandler after just 8 games into the season. Replacing him might not be that easy as their options are somewhat limited. They could bench Ryan Anderson and play him at center, they could have Dragon Bender play center, or have Richaun Holmes get an increase in minutes and have him be the backup center. What will most likely end up happening is that Holmes sees more minutes in general and Bender sees more minutes at center. Chandler is the best rebounder on the team, but Holmes is nearly as good a rebounder. He averages 3 fewer rebounds per 36 minutes and has a rebounding percentage that is only 4 less than Chandler's. The Suns are currently 25th in rebounding percentage as a team, and this move will definitely make them worse, but they should only drop to about 27th in the league. Considering the fact that the Suns are 1-7 and tied for last in the entire NBA, it isn't a bad move to get rid of a disgruntled veteran in order to make room for younger players such as Richaun Holmes and Dragon Bender. One thing that is a little surprising is that the Suns declined Bender's team option for next season, which means Bender may be less motivated to play with this team as they clearly don't want him. If that is the case, giving him more minutes isn't really going to help their team, but it will help them get closer to the number 1 overall pick for the second straight year. On the other end of the spectrum, Bender could actually be motivated knowing that it is a contract year for him, and maybe this increase in minutes is what he needs to show the league how good he really is. When the Suns announced that they were waiving Tyson Chandler, Magic Johnson was probably doing flips in his office, as this is exactly what the Lakers needed. A big body in the paint for the bench unit is perfect for the Lakers. For the Suns, this move seems pretty minor as it will free up some minutes for younger players such as Dragon Bender and Richaun Holmes, but it will also lose them an extra game or so, which will actually help them get a little closer to the number 1 pick.